tariff's cage. We're a wildfire in a burning age. The ain't seen others, but we'll ignite. We'll take the reins and set it right. Let's get it together. Rise up and fight. Through the dark days, we'll find the light. South Africa bleeding, but we're still strong. We'll turn this pain into a battle song.
The Viceroy of Greenland. First came the Dorset, ghosts of the frost, o'er Baffin Bay where the sunlight is lost. They carved out a life on the edge of the world, before the red banners of Vikings unfurled. Then Eric, the outcast with fire in his eye, fled Iceland's cold judgment for a new northern sky. 25 long ships set sail for the west, but the hammer of Neptune put them to the test. 11 were swallowed by the salt and the foam. 14 survived to find a new home. Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold, a saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. 600 farms in a warm epoch's light, 10,000 Norsemen prepared for the fight. From middle to western, the settlements grew under a sky of a cold, brilliant blue. But the Thule arrived like a wave from the west. Ancestors of Inuit put to the quest. In a single great surge from the north to the south, they took the cold land from the dragon's own mouth. The Norsemen vanished, the Thule remained. Then the Danes took the coast and the Inuit chained. But when Nazis loomed and the Danes gave away, the Eagles of Liberty entered the fray. Stars and the stripes over glacier and peak, the giants are waking, the masters are weak. The 47th rose with a plan in his hand. He looked to the north at the great frozen land. I'll buy it with silver, the president cried. But the Danes in their towers, they laughed in their pride. He returned in his glory with a vow and a blade. By gold or by iron, the deal shall be made. Who shall I send to the fjord and the snow? Who is the hero to make the land grow? Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold, a saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. Oh, 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 oh.
Viceroy of Greenland. Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Greenland? Well, there you go. How's it going? How's it going? Hey, what's going on there, folks? I caught a little something on the plane there. I'm not sure what happened there. Just walked off the plane like this. Someone asked me if I was in Bon Jovi. I said, no, not quite. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a late night owls here. A brief one tonight. I'm going to get something to eat and get some rest. My flight was delayed by at least an hour and a half. Thank you, American Airlines, once again for getting me home much later than it should have been. But hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's 140 Rand super chat there from Riffs Hard. Thank you so much for making the clowns gather. Woo! I could start a fire with that hand. Anyway, holy crap, I just arrived. What's going on here? What do you mean what's going on? What do you mean what's going on? Charles Van Altzen, welcome to you, Fluffy Naval. JJ Pretorius. Yes, you guys don't know about my alter ego, do you? That's my alter ego. We used to do this. Did this with Joe Biden's song. Yes, Winton Gels, Dave, what's going on? Sami, Annalene, Monray Sieberts, Martin Fundemaver, Charles Van Altzen, the voice of reason, Shawnee Grows in from Minnesota. It's late for you, Shawnee. It's late for you. You're up late. And who else? Looks like Chris caught something. Yes, I did catch something on the plane. I caught the spirit of life. Anyway, welcome back, folks. Yeah, I'd love to visit Greenland too. It's definitely on the bucket list. Yeah, that's the idea. The roots are supposed to show. That's the whole point. It's a bleach blonde. Leon Rue, what's up, man? All right, so cool beans. Alrighty, folks. Yeah, so in South Africa, the farmers are being devastated in the KwaZulu-Natal province by foot and mouth disease. John Steenhuisen has fired one of his best veterinarians on the project because he didn't sign a document. And he let him go. The man who should be fired is firing people. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic? Yep, bleach blonde. Exactly right. Yep, the irony is palpable here. It is absolutely palpable. Minister Steenhuisen is firing people. Yeah. Maybe Ramaphosa ought to be firing him. Just saying. Just saying. But let's get to that story here, folks. Do a couple quick stories here before I rack up for the night. We are losing everything. Over 17,000 KwaZulu-Natal farms devastated by foot and mouth disease. 17,000 farms. Are there that many farms? It must be small scale. Foot and mouth disease has been confirmed on 17,833 farms in KZN, with the hardest hit districts being Amajuba, Utukela, and Umgundukulovo. Farmers are losing their livestock and income, leaving families unable to pay food or school fees. Auction houses disrupted, beef and milk prices are rising, showing the broader economic ripple effect. In the past week, provincial veterinary surveillance confirmed positive cases on over 17,000 farms. Wow. Unbelievable. I've been able to sell my cattle for over a year. You can imagine someone that survives for that. It's very hard. And on the other hand, livestock are dying, says Sipo Mkizi, a small-scale farmer from Normandine. Told News 24, that's where the Raffertys were murdered, Normandine. His family survived for years by selling livestock. Without income, he could not feed his children or pay school fees. Look at the cases. Positive locations in KwaZulu-Natal. Some are epic. 6,000 Amajuba. Wow. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Meanwhile, Minister Steenhuisen was spotted in Vietnam doing the Lomola. It's time for Lomola, folks. It's time for Lomola. We'll do a rendition of Minister Steenhuisen doing the Lomola. Yeah. He's selling ground nuts to the Vietnamese. It's strange because he doesn't seem to have any nuts. He doesn't have any nuts, so how can he sell nuts to the Vietnamese? Yep, anyway, so Minister Steenhuisen is doing that. Meanwhile, Fly's Half Air, a Irish holding company which owns it, feeling pressured. And so once again, persecution comes into play here. The Irish holding company which owns Fly's Half Air, being forced to sell apparently. And look who they're selling to. Fly's Half Air's controversial new owner, Harith, has entered into an agreement to buy Fly's Half Air, the South African's largest domestic airline. With financial details have not been released, Harith says the shareholding will represent 15% of its roughly... Oh, so it's not selling out. How's that its new owner? It's a part owner. Business companies founded 2 decades ago with PIC backing. Aha, black supremacy funding. Face scrutiny over its access to state asset managers' funds and its fees. Some 5 years after Harith General Partners first linked to a stake in a local airline, the infrastructure investment firm is fully funded to pull the trigger. Well, this time the target isn't SAA, it's South Africa's largest private airline, FlySAF Air. The agreement is subject to regulatory approval, will enable Harith to acquire control of an airline with a share of more than 65% of the domestic market. The deal will help FlySAF Air comply with South Africa's rules that limit foreign shareholding by forcing them to give it to black people who haven't earned it. Yep, the value of the deal is not being disclosed. So here are the owners. That's the board of Harith. Wow, look at that. Not a single white face there. I guess you'd call Tony Columbois white, I suppose. Doesn't look very white. Look at that. So that's who they're being forced to give FlySAF Air, the only operational airline other than Airlink in South Africa. Well, I suppose Link is there, but it's the major airline, 65%. And so now they're being forced to sell to BEE. They're being forced by racist laws to divulge or get rid of their shares of FlySAF Air. Yes, you have to vaccinate again and again. Future looks bright. I know. And 12,000 doses isn't going to do it. That's who they're selling to. Not one. BE. More racism in play here. Forcing them to sell their majority stake in an airline that they founded, an airline that they funded, an airline that they made operational and profitable and survived COVID. So now that they've survived COVID, they're being forced to give it to people because of the color of their skin. Yep. There you go. Welcome to South Africa. Racist laws. Everywhere you turn. Well, racist laws probably, we don't know, but most likely played in the decision by Volkswagen, which has been in South Africa for decades, to pull out. Uncertainty looms over thousands of jobs at Volkswagen's Kariga plant. 1,000 jobs at the plant in Eastern Cape are hanging in the balance due to significant delays in government policy decisions, raising concerns about the future of one of South Africa's paramount automotive exporters. The plant recognizes the world's largest exporter, the Volkswagen Polo, is a lifeline for 3,500 direct employees, while thousands more rely on affiliated suppliers, logistics, and related industries for their livelihoods. Yep. So, another company that will abandon South Africa, courtesy of racist laws. But John Steenhuisen did a victory tour and told us that under his leadership, the DA gets things done. Under his leadership, the GDP is doubled from nothing to 0.5% of 0.5% GDP growth. Never mind, inflation is 3.6%, population growth is 1.4%, therefore everyone's getting poorer. But that's okay. We've doubled output to 0.5%. Well done, John. Well done. Meanwhile, Guinness, Cartier, Volkswagen, leaving. And the most successful airline in South Africa, controlled by an Irish company, that's why it's successful, is now being forced to sell its stake to a black majority BE company. Yeah. It isn't getting bad, it's getting intolerable. Your sister's the only white person in her department. They gave her 2 warnings and they're threatening with a 3rd. Well, I'd tell them to go screw themselves. But she probably needs the income. Well, a lot of people are hurt by the naming of Graf Reinet to Robert Sobukwe. Not the least of which are the Sobukwe family. So Robert Sobukwe is a person that actually has genuine liberation credentials, not like a lot of hangers-on from the ANC who have ignored him. And now for political reasons, they try to name a town founded by Europeans. Once again, stealing the culture, cultural genocide in full flare for the world to see. The racists in the ANC are in their cultural genocide mode. Robert Sobukwe's family are hurt by the backlash. Why? It's to be predicted. Another town stolen from the people who founded it. Anger and pride have collided in the crew as Graf Reinet officially becomes Robert Sobukwe, with the grandson of legendary anti-apartheid activists admitting the moment is as painful as it is powerful. I do appreciate that at least they gave my grandfather's legacy an opportunity to live on. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. Said his voice was heavy with emotion as backlash erupted across social media and local communities. The change in the town's name, which was founded in 1786, was formally gazetted by the Department of Sports, Arts, and Culture after approval by Minister Gate McKenzie. Gate McKenzie, advancing the racist legislation of the radical economic transformation. Gate McKenzie, the Patriotic Alliance, Minister of Sports Culture, embracing racism, embracing hatred and cultural division. This is Gate McKenzie's legacy. This is what he'll be remembered for. This is what he'll be remembered for. This is what he'll be remembered for. What's with the wig? Well, I told people I'd break the wig out when I came home, so we did. We broke the wig out. I used it for the start because I played a heavy rock song in the beginning. Yep, sure did. Probably nobody can see it, but I got an armadillo back there on the shelf next to Penny from Texas. Just came on. Why are you in disguise? Are you joining Ross in a band? Yeah, yeah, I'm joining Ross in a band. That's what it is. That's a good one. Yep. All right, so a surprise catching, nice surprise. Don't worry about doing my work and listening. I just might sit there and think we done it. Yep. I mean, McDonald's in your hand, counterbalance. Yeah, so Graf Renet. So he was taken aback by the scale of resistance. What shocked me was how some people, particularly the youth, were also sounding opposition to the name changes, but as the usual suspects. So the grandson of Robert Sobukwe delves into racial tropes, the usual suspects. Well, the usual suspects were the people that actually founded the town. Before 1786, there was no settlement there. It was Europeans who founded Graf Renet and who are angry that you're renaming their descendants, are angry that you're stealing the name, your cultural genocide. You can see his deliberately stonewalling with mouths to destroy the farmers so they can leave the farms. You know what? You might be something to that. But they're destroying a lot of black farmers. There aren't 17,000 commercial farms, 17,833 commercial farms in KwaZulu-Natal. There just aren't that many. Yep. Yep. So Robert Sobukwe's grandson. I've talked to his granddaughter. Not recently, but I've talked to her. Well, always attacking America about its mass shootings. Looky here. 9 killed and 25 injured in a shooting at a school and a home in Canada. Yep, folks. Another mass shooting, South Africa and Canada, homes of mass shootings, Norway, New Zealand, Australia, all mass shootings. Shooting occurred in Tumble Ridge, a remote community in British Columbia. Suspects said the shooter died of self-inflicted injury. A shooter killed 9 people and injured 25 at a high school and a residence in Tumble Ridge. Responding to a call at 1:20 p.m., officers found 6 people dead in the high school. Another person while being transferred to the hospital. 2 other people were found dead in local residence. Shelter-in-place order was issued shortly after police received their first report of an active shooter. Tumble Ridge is a community of 2,400 people. It was a coal mining town at the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Mass homicides are rare in Canada. Well, they're not so rare. In April last year, 11 people were killed in Vancouver when a man drove his SUV into a crowd celebrating a Filipino Heritage Festival. Don't remember that getting much news coverage. Yeah, Sue Marie, that's why I did it for the laughs, lighting people up. Boss resigned, left Monday sad. 2 SV left, 1 post frozen, 2 need to be filled. Yep, lots of good people are leaving, and they're coming to America, many of them. They come to America on the boats and the planes. They come to America. Yep. Far, we've been traveling far. Neil Diamond, man. Without a home, but not without a star. Free, only want to be free. We huddle close, hang on to a dream. On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America. Never looking back again. They're coming to America. Home, don't seem so far away. Oh, we're traveling light today in the eye of the storm. Yep, Neil Diamond does it great. Neil Diamond's awesome. Not the dude from the South African Chamber of Commerce, but the singer Neil Diamond. Yeah, Neil Diamond. That's one of my favorite episodes of The Big Bang Theory when Amy Farrah Fowler and Wolowitz unite over being Jewish fans of Neil Diamond. Clouds are gathering. Yeah, the clouds are definitely gathering over South Africa. Things are going south. Things are going south in a hurry. Anyway, folks, I just wanted to come on for a little bit and update you on the foot and mouth disease and let you know that I made it home safely. I'm going to get something to eat, watch a little tube as I fall asleep, and then I'll be back on later in the day. So, yep, had to charge my phone. Thought we'd break out the wig. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the wig. And you're welcome for the laughs. That was all part of the gig. Anyway, my eyes are really, really bothering. I had to buy some stronger specs, the reading glasses. Upturn edges so you can swing a lasso overhead. I think it's called a goat roper. Yep. But this is a cheapie. And someone's criticized me having the tag on. I left the tag on purpose. You know, people are like, what's that? Well, Minnie Pearl on Hee Haw, that was her trademark. She always had the tag on her hat. People don't remember that, but Minnie Pearl always had it. That was a trademark. Long before black dudes left the tags on the front of their sports hats, Minnie Pearl was famous for that. Well known for that. Minnie Pearl on Hee Haw. Hee Haw. Barbie Benton was on Hee Haw. Remember that? Hee Haw. I never really appreciated that show when I was younger, but yeah. Yep. Good show. Lots of talent on there. Lots of talent on there. You know, a lot of people passed, man. Bob Newhart, and Lonnie Anderson just passed away, and lots of people. It's crazy. That's the thing about life. We're all on a wheel. That wheel is spinning. And at some point, you fly off that wheel. Your turn. Yeah, make the most of this time. You're welcome there, Yaku. It's my pleasure. I'm glad I made your day. Glad I made your day. How was the link up with Lily? It was fantastic. It was really good. The whole trip was amazing. Really wonderful. Fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. It really was awesome, to say the very least. Yes, sir. It really was a big deal. Ian, what's up? Ian, you need to send me a WhatsApp. I had a phone call from somebody about something. So you need to send me something. Yeah, no, so look, the whole thing was great. I met about 80 of the refugees in South Africa, from South Africa that are in Texas. That's about 1/3 of all the ones in the state. Some came up from Houston to join us. It was lovely of them to see. It's lovely to meet that family and hang out with them. And then we had did 3 really cool interviews, which was nice. And we'll have more interviews coming up with the people in South Africa who are from South Africa who are in Texas. So next on the agenda is Las Vegas, baby. Trip to Las Vegas. That's what's up on the next one. I haven't seen Willem Petzer. I haven't had time for that, but I already reported on that last night before Willem Petzer put out a video. I already reported that story before anyone else reported it. Well, the media reported it, but I reported after that. Yeah, no, I haven't seen this. It just I will make a video on that tomorrow if I have time. Well, today. It's 2:30 in the morning here. So anyway, but I haven't seen Willem Petzer's videos. So I don't know what he's going to say. And I don't watch those videos before I make my video. That way I'm not influenced by other people. It's my analysis. But thank you for the tip there, Mara. Appreciate that. Bella, what's going on? Anyway, so yeah. Hey, Dion, what's up? Well, technically it's morning for me too. It's really early though. What's this? Resize the apps. Check this out. I left a note for myself, and I don't remember what it was all about. Guess where I am. Antoinette, I have no idea. Harrisburg? Are you in Harrisburg, Antoinette? Or Buffalo? You got Buffalo Wings on there, so I'm guessing you're in Buffalo. You going to tell me where you're at, or am I going to guess? Did I guess correctly? Somebody's supposedly coming to Harrisburg, but I haven't heard anything about that, so we'll see. My connection to Harrisburg didn't tell me anything, and I haven't heard from any refugees, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Calm? I'm always calm, Sally. What are you talking about? You missed the beginning. Amazing yacht destinations. What's going on? And Nadine Butta, what's going on? Sally's laughing. What do you mean? I'm always calm there, sweetheart. Always calm. Yeah, that's right. Never excited. Never excited. That's just for effect. Just for effect, ladies. Just for effect. That is all for effect. Jan card. Trading in the Jan card for the Trump card. The rate on wood meat. Oops, Nancy did it again. Working without compensation. Waiting in the queue. The Don cleans up. Just looking at some of my songs here. Yes, Ian, I did read your message. Yeah, well, my busy days tomorrow. Every day is busy, but you're right. This question, if you were going over as refugee, would there be a possibility to take one of your paintings over with you? Mara, there's lots of possibilities, but I mean, you're probably going to have to take it out of a frame and roll it and put it in a tube. Yep. That's probably what you need to do. All righty, guys. So, as I said, this was just a short one. Hopefully, people watch it after the fact. Thank you to the 102 people currently here. It is now 7 hours, so 9:30 South African time. But I'm going to hit the rack now. Thanks for joining me tonight on the program, and hope you guys enjoyed the rocker wig I had on. That was fun to do that. Haven't had that out in a while. Broke it out. We also got the platinum one, but that one's better looking with the roots in it. And we'll get something to eat and go to bed, and then I'll see you all later in the day. Thanks for being here. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done it already. How many likes we got? 64 likes, 105 people here. That just doesn't seem fair. All right, cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Get you some updates on everything later on. Cheers.